I'm up early today. Let's get it. Boom, baby, boom. I made this tree fall this morning. I was like, what is that noise? There you. There you. Little tree fall. Get in there like that. There we go. All right, I'm Mark Saint. This is your morning marijuana motivation. I should move this thing, but that's the way it is sometimes. Every morning I get up and I'm blessed to be alive. This morning I've been up early and I've been woken up by the monkeys, and they came through the forest and jump on the roof and jump in the trash and drop things from the trees and cause trouble. And much like us as human beings, they have complicated relationships, and we're going to talk about how we complicate relationships this morning. For the morning marijuana motivation, bit of a I had a blessed day yesterday. I had another epic day with this woman, and unfortunately, I was ended not so happily. Realize, and the fact that we as people, it sucks, dude, because this is gonna be a deep subject, but we self sabotage, bro. We overthink it. We mix in our own fears, and we tend to cut our blessings short, right? It's a miracle anybody meets anybody. It's a miracle that anybody finds anyone attractive, and it's even more of a miracle when those people connect, right? And we were connecting, man. We were at this beautiful spa. I didn't realize we were going to a spa, even though it's called Rainforest Spa. But this place was sick. It was like walking into Vegas. Oh, there's the cat. Oh, let's say here comes the monkeys again. But it was like something out of Vegas, with the lanterns coming down and the big walkways and the view for the sea, and it was really posh. It was like being in Mallorca and shit. It was crazy. Anyway, we go do the sauna, the steam rub. They got these metal chairs in the water, and the bubbles are blowing up underneath. I've never seen anything like it. Splashing water, multiple showers. Just a blessed experience, really, you guys. I was pinching myself. It's not often that I'm going to spas, can afford spas, or going with an extremely beautiful woman that loves on me. That was rare air. I was like, I felt like a special human being. Like not many human beings get to go. Like the Cambodian server don't get to go anywhere. Their only job is to get money back to Cambodia and survive. Money, money, money. And here we are spending it, enjoying, enjoying, enjoying. Being pampered with bubbles and jets and steam beyond what any Roman could ever dream, and just living like, who gets to do that? Well, some humans, like monkeys, have to be in cages, get tested, get stressed, and might not even get fed. That's some monkeys. Some monkeys are stuck in their cage. Some monkeys get to be wild and free, like the monkeys that just attacked me, right? They get to be up in the trash up here looking down at me and these little motherfuckers anyway. I'm battling them since like 7 o'clock this morning. Like, what the fuck? My whole fucking roof jumped. They just boom on the roof, and it feels like the whole roof's coming down. Anyway, when we start acting like monkeys, causing trouble where there isn't any, don't start, won't be none. For the whole time, we were just holding hands and going to dinner. Thank you for dinner, by the way. And thank you for being with me. It highlighted everything in my life, touching your hand and kissing you and just having someone watch a sunset with. It's just different, bro. Food tastes different. It's like smoking weed. Everything's just different, dude. It's just heightened. I'm so grateful even to find something to love and someone to love and to pour love into. It's just been so epic. Keep saying epic days, special humans. It's like, what's the odds of us being all the way on an island in Thailand near Cambodia? You're from Norway, I'm from America, and that we would even be beautiful and healthy and in love. And then avoiding attachment, the boundaries. This other German chick tried pulling some boundaries on me too. Wouldn't let me fuck her, whatever kind of bullshit she was on. And her friend was fucking my friend. So I'm like, we're all adults here. But it wasn't the sex, it's the boundaries that people try setting on me. I've been in jail, I've been in prison. I don't like boundaries. I don't like walls. You know, I have to tear down my own walls to become vulnerable enough to let someone into my life, to invite them to a spa, and to share these experiences with, share my home, share my heart, share my love. And it's not something I just give away quickly. I feel like every time I find a beautiful woman, I fall in love. But this one, I know what real love is. I'm not stupid. I'm 43 years old. I've been around the world and I've experienced some things, right? Like this ain't my first rodeo. But that being said, I still have my own hesitations in relationships. I still self sabotage. I still predict fear when there could be love. And I try not to do that. I try not to, rain on the parade. I try not to. Um, Blow the candles off the cake. I try not to curse my blessings. And that's unfortunate. The complicated relationships that we would kiss gift horse in the mouth, that we would bring our childhood abuse and trauma to the front, that we would test each other, even though there was love, just like Germany and New Year's. Out comes the criticism, the name calling, the abuse, the chain smoking, the cigarettes, all the warts. My grandma, my great aunt Marlene used to say, warts and all. And people go, warts, yeah, the warts that you don't want no one to see, that's on your back, that's in your armpits, like, look at my beautiful butt, look at my perfect titties, but don't look at my warts, don't look at my anxiousness, don't look at my runner status. I was like, how I know? Because I'm a runner too. I'm gonna call myself out every time I get too close to someone. I somehow self sabotage it so that I can hurt myself first before they hurt me. And that's some weird ass BDSM hardcore shit right there, that you want to almost gratify yourself with the ability to break off connection and break off love and break away from someone, and keep distance. The Italian girl was saying that, I'm not here to hook up, I want distance. And it's like, fuck, she went all the way to the end of the beach. You can be as distant as you want on this planet. You can be all alone and keep your loneliness status. Like, that's just something that most people are unwillingly doing. They're just sitting in front of games, not talking to people, not experiencing what it's like to have conflicts, and definitely not testing yourself with other people. There's some wills, who's going to lead. We had a chance to go in a direction, and I knew where we had come from for certain, and there was the unexpected up a hill. And I'm like, why are we going up a hill? She's like, follow me, please. I'm like, I'm not following you, dude. I follow me. And no offense to me, but like, I'm trying to, or I'm trying to, I'm a leader. I'm the oldest. I'm not trying to follow somebody that I'm not that I'm not certain, but not an uncertain path. It's not that I can't hear you or where you want to go, or maybe even validate you asking for directions. I'm not the guy that's just like, oh no, we can't ask directions. I know where we're going. Let's get lost more. But for certain, I knew where we were going. Even asked the third party, and I did ask for directions. Even that chick said, "Yeah, I don't know where that goes." And it's just like, some people want to go up roads and make it hard for themselves. We can drill holes in our own canoe sometimes, where we can shit test people and be stubborn for no reason and worry about who's in control and who's not. And it's not about control. It's about not being in control. This illusion of control, like that other people might have control over you, or what you eat, or where you go. And when you're a sovereign being, and when you've been solo for so long, it's hard to negotiate with people what you want to eat. It happened with Benny Mac. He was like, no, I want to eat here. And it was the same people that were rude to me. They were rude in there before, and a month later they're rude to me again. I'll never go back. And there's people that are like that. I ate here yesterday. I want to eat here again. Like, all my friends are in two restaurants down, just like 10 yards away. There's girls over here. No, let's eat all alone, be the only ones in the restaurant, and they're rude to us. Just because you want to be a dictator, just because you want to choose. And that's what I started to say, man. You're a fucking dictator, like, to dictate me where I go. And there's this consideration all of a sudden. Do I stay out later or do I go home early? I have to consider someone else. It's very new to me to be able to be considerate and practice empathy and say, okay, now I have to negotiate things that I would never have to negotiate, like what direction I walk. I don't have to negotiate that. I always go where I want to go. And as a sovereign being, she definitely wanted to go where she wanted to go. Everyone has their own free will, but how we enjoy, how we process, and how we react is all on us. It's such a weird thing that we can overreact. We can be melodramatic. We can be, what's the word, over the top. And it's so complicated that, we have all these, issues from before and how they like how our past haunts our future. And it's like, does the ghost of Christmas past haunt the ghost of Christmas present? Do you allow negativity to ruin a positive moment? Do you allow something from the past to dictate your future? This is a real big question. At an experience level, we're gonna be like, well, I've been hurt in the past, so I might as well be hurt in the future. And in that thinking, we literally are predicting that we are gonna have a bad future. We're literally, oh, this is so nice, you guys, with the breeze coming through the trees and the banana leaves. So nice. And here I am bitching about my relationships. Instead of being in the breeze, in the flow, people stop flow. They stop connecting. They pull away. They detach before they attach. And it's not even just even relationships. This could be business. This could be commitments. It could be simple as you not keeping your word to yourself that you're gonna quit smoking, or that you're gonna interested in any oil. I have a connection. What? Say what? Someone just sent me a message. Say what? Say word. I have a connection. I have a couple oils we have made. If you're interested in helping along with any sales, let me know. Hope you're well and still riding strong. Oh, great message in the morning. Um, yeah, to be able to get connected to someone else, but not be affected by your past or blame them for other past mistakes. This is a whole new person, and to assume that they're going to be like the other person, or be that way because they're the same sign, or acting the same way, or they happened in the past and might as well be happening in the future. It's such a negative pre-predictor. You're almost assuming to fail. And I don't go into anything go assuming that I'm going to lose, right? If there's any instance like gambling, if there's any instance that I'm going to lose, that's not my sport, right? I'm not going to get in anything that I can't build, win, or create. And that's this my mentality that I can go and make something work. I'm trying to make things work in my life and my relationships and in my behavior. And if my behavior is getting reactions that's not working, then I have to change my behavior. I'm willing to change my behavior, not my character, not my values, and not my morals, but my behavior always can be improved, right? Like this is the only attitude is the only thing that I can control. And if it predicts anything for my altitude, then I want to soar. I want to go high. I want to fucking reach higher levels. And being in that 5-star restaurant is like, can all my days be this epic? Can I always be pampered and massaged and steamed and saunaed? Can I be stretched and kissed and loved? Like, if all my days go like this, then my all my days will be blessing. Do these blessed days erase all those negative days? Is it just one day of 24 hours, or less than 24 hours, of enjoyment, pure enjoyment, 48 hours, 36 hours of enjoyment erase, I don't know, years of depression? Does it even equal out? It's complicated, bro. It's complicated when you have to tell someone about your traumas. It's complicated when you have to introduce them to your other side, your fragile side, your other face, your horns under your halo. And that's all it is. It's when the other shoe drops. I think we all like to just dance with our right feet, and we forget that there's a left foot. And And it's complicated, but there's a left brain that's all logical, and there's a right side that's all creative, and then there's a whole nother individual that's a fucking complete entity, and sovereign being into themselves. So like you have to learn to cooperate. I think it's the biggest test of life, because your first test is learning yourself. you know Second test is learning other human beings. And then the third test is to learn how to work with other human beings. There's nothing you're going to do on this planet without going through someone, whether it be a toll booth or a police officer. There's ways to act and behave in certain places. You're not going to wear sandals in a courthouse. You're not going to wear a tank top at church. There's certain activities that we all participate in, have to navigate just to get through in life. And it sucks, being in a courtroom or being in a jail. These things will teach you pecking order, and how to get the best responses out of people, especially coworkers. Like always tested with people that you didn't choose. You didn't choose who was going to be in jail with you. You didn't choose who you're going to be in love with, and you definitely don't get to choose, um, um, you know, your judge. Let's put it that way, right? And now you're in front of this person that has power over you, right? You have to negotiate with them, and this is what life is a negotiation. That's why it's so complicated. It's not easy to get sales. It's not easy to close, and it's definitely not easy to lead or follow, for that matter, or listen, or care. And for the most part, all of us are guilty of this, not caring when someone needed us, or feeling abandoned, because someone disattached from us, or wanting something when someone's not giving something. This is a dynamic. This is complicated. This is life, and for all of us, we all have to negotiate life. We have to negotiate in life and negotiate with people. And people are the way. It sucks that they sometimes feel like they're in the way, but they also are the way. And I also believe that people are the medicine, to cure things. That touch starved, that affection and love, and that light, that we light each other up. And and and, and I can't believe my luck. I couldn't believe this beautiful human being who thought I was beautiful too, and was falling in love with me just the same. And I felt so close again. And it's one of those things that I just keep telling myself, improve your behavior. Don't let your old ways affect your new outcome. I told myself that if I was going to have chance at love again, that I wouldn't ruin it, that I would be more mentally supportive, and that I would not squander it. And that's the thing I think that we tend to do. Is it's like unappreciative kids at Christmas. We're bitching about our presents when some people don't realize it's our presence. When it's more about the connection than the separation. When it's about human beings being human versus gaslighting, or arguing, or picking fights. It's out there. Our inabilities to see what the other people are saying, even if they're speaking the same fucking language. It's amazing to me, that I would have to negotiate with my species, but the female species, and that the female species has to negotiate with a man to get a man to support you and provide for you and protect you. Isn't an easy find. There's a lot of dudes that'll fuck you, but there's not a lot of dudes that'll support you. You got to navigate that. You got to negotiate that with somebody that you go, like, shit, man, are you even allowed to make a baby in me? Are you even fucking capable of supporting me when I'm at my weakest and vulnerable? Are you the type of person to be my safe harbor? And the same for men. Do I go to work every day and make sure you don't fuck other dudes, or have babies by somebody else, or abuse me even though I'm working for you? What kind of slave master am I signing up for? And it's a lot. It's a lot. Nobody wants to be a slave, and definitely some people want to be masters. And I'm trying to just find peace. I'm trying to find happiness. I'm trying to find love. real love that belongs to me, that doesn't want to separate from me, that doesn't want to be away from me, that doesn't want to create boundaries and rules, fucking like this German chick started, you should, and no, and no, and just building walls. And when I hear the word boundaries, this sounds like the same for the Mexican border and the separation that we pretend that we're separate, but we need each other. Mexico's about to be the new China. We should build up their infrastructure. We should allow more people into our country, just same as other European countries, because diversity is unity, and it is a strength, not a weakness. And together we go further. And that's just it, and anything, teams, business, groups, friendships, relationships. These negotiations are important on all family, on all levels. That you're gonna have to maintain relationships. Because one day you're gonna be sick, and you're gonna need somebody, and you're definitely gonna need somebody around your grave. But if we keep pushing everyone away, if we keep bumping heads with everybody, talking to myself too, you're gonna look around and not have a lot of friends. And sometimes I feel like I don't have any friends because I'll be too direct with some, and getting kicked out of bars at others, and models canceling on me. And at the same time, I'll have badass models actually do the damn thing and make me look good. Russian badass fucking just killed the fucking game, melted the internet. Or flexed on me where we had our own private fucking front row seats for the fire show and felt like VIP and our own romantic dinner, and the dude got a candle for me, and everything was amazing, and we just wanted to be closer together and kiss each other, and say nice things to each other. And then if things don't get nice, people stop being nice. They forget love. They forget everything that happened during the day. They don't even give a fuck how much money you spent on them. They don't give a fuck about the effort put in. It's only what we feel in the now. And if we want to start feeling like testing people, or putting up boundaries, or what's the other things that we do, self-sabotaging behaviors, we're testing the limits, we're pushing the limits, we keep swiping left like they create other humans for us. Not this one was perfect for me, and I know it. I'm blessed to even to touch it and see it and experience it, and to be able to have this sort of human being near me. I really did was pinching myself. I can't believe it was my life. I can't believe I was in fucking jail, and now I'm in a fucking spa in the middle of a rainforest spa, and being pampered and treated is different than showering your own shower. You shower in your own shower every day. What about one that's outside in the jungle with ivy and a steam room and a sauna? I don't have a steam room and a sauna connected to my bungalow. Mine's just a cold spout for a shower, let alone coming from marble, and having bubbles and a metal seat, and just living like Romans and Egyptians and Japanese. This is like pushing the limits to ikagi and luxury, and I think we all should be treated and experienced. This is healthy lifestyle. There's special human beings that get to be beautiful and get to get pampered, and get the ability to get massaged, or saunaed, or just 5 starred, get flexed on. And when you're out there flexing, it feels good. It feels like you can fly. It feels like nothing can stop you, and you become limitless. My Greek god came out of me. My Zeus beard made me feel powerful. My body was strong. My mind was strong. My soul was strong. That I could do anything, especially with this woman by my side, and how strong we were manifesting and enjoying, and being able to share this experience with someone so gorgeous, and so nice and loving, and then for her to want to pull away, and it changed the game, and then it got complicated, and then it gets a little ick, and then it's like, does it stick if it's got ick? Everything, again, biting into the apple, and every bite is fucking delicious, and you get to the middle, there's a worm. And I feel like everyone has that middle worm. I believe that truly. I believe that everyone has a worm inside, somewhere deep inside, that we all mole and hole away in a dark place, and we don't anyone to see because it's embarrassing. And be, who wants to be fragile? Who wants to be weak? It's not an attractive suit. It's not something that I think people aspire to be. but it is something that we will all experience. We'll all experience failure. We'll all experience something complicated. We'll all get an experience on the other side of that rainbow, and it's not always butterflies, and it's not always lies either. It's not always the worst case scenario. It's not always going to be just like the past was, and it's important that we, as individual people, try to arrive to a we as a together team. This is the test. I think we've mastered ourselves. We mastered how to masturbate. We've mastered how to soothe. We've mastered how to comfort ourselves. Doing it for someone else, being supportive, understanding, and listening to another individual and assuming their energy, and bringing on their traumas, and living with another soul. Not so easy, but that's the ultimate test. You've already got most of us for 20 years to get to know ourselves. Then it's time to go out in the world and interact with other human beings. Will they put up with our shit? Are we being abusive? Are we being helpful? You know, are we being of service? We'll see. And then you elevate society, and now you need to marry or partner or love and test that. Test your will against someone that's being willful. Test your patience when someone else wants to go in different directions. Find your limits because someone will push them, and get out of your comfort zones long enough to experience something that's outside of you, but they're also a part of you, and to participate in a team, to get everyone moving in the same direction, to score a touchdown, to be a successful team, an effective team is a beautiful sight. We see it all the time. Championship teams, NBA, NFL, NHL, dudes working together all with a common goal. Maybe it's a construction squad, maybe it's a bungalow. You'll know. Maybe it's a relationship. I want to be an effective team. I don't think anybody on here wants to be an ineffective team. I don't think anybody in here wants to lose. I think everybody wants to win. But are they willing to sacrifice their behavior for the greater good of the team? Are they willing to put the team before themselves, or are they going to be a ball hog and be selfish? There's a lot of all stars that have ruined some really cool teams. There's a lot of selfish people out there, and they not might not believe in the dream. It's just a really complicated thing. You can't create people. You can't keep swiping left in life. You're going to have to negotiate with the people in front of you, in the now, in your face, what you got. Play the cards in your hand, and hopefully you're playing smart poker, because it's out there, dude. Life is out there, and it is going to hand you some bad hands, and you're still going to have to play, and that's life, son. That's life. Life is complicated, and it's not as easy as we'd like it to be, and it's not going to be rainbows and butterflies all the time. There's going to be some tough days, and I say yes to conflict. I say yes to arguments, because now I know what you're made out of. Now I'm going to know if you're going to quit. I'm going to see if you can step into the light, or go back into the darkness. Are you going to rise to the occasion or fail? And these are the tests, and it gets into us all. That's what life does. It tests us. It gives us the test that we need to go to the next level, and it's up to us to step up, and meet these challenges on demand, and out ahead. Meet them head on, and see what you got. And that's what we say in America. What you got? Show me what you got. Come on now. All of it. All of it. Right now. Let's see what you got. And that's your morning motivation when the dogs are hollering and everything's ready to go. Peace and love. And as always, Chigathon. That means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to comment below. What are some behaviors that you've performed and were self sabotaging or didn't get you the results that you were seeking? And how is your relationship complicated? And how can you make it uncomplicated? What can you do? That's the morning marijuana motivation. I'm out of here. Peace. Ciao. Love you.